What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. This is the go-home show before Money in the Bank this Sunday, and there's a lot to be said, especially in this whole strange thing going into Money in the Bank, which that's been the biggest hook the entire night. And I look at this show of what is really lined up for this Sunday. Some things don't make sense, but I see obviously we got some returns and whatnot too. But before we get to Money in the Bank this Sunday, we do kick it off with the VIP lounge, just like last week with MVP. Last week he had the guys on the show and that went catastrophic. So this week he want to try to keep it a little more sophisticated and everything. We're gonna do this thing the right way, we said. So he brought out the women for the Money in the Bank match, which obviously now I guess it makes more sense that the men and the women will compete at the same damn time for the in that Money in the Bank match. Why, I don't know, but I guess it's gonna be two briefcases and they gotta fight all over. That'll be headquarters from Stanford, from the ground all the way to the roof. I have no idea how this really is going to work, but I guess both are going at the same time and at separate times, okay? So someone please cue Future at the same damn time. That would be a good way to hook into that song right there. But MVP pretty much, as he talked about everything that's been going on, he asked Nia Jax, what is the skill set that you bring into Money in the Bank this Sunday? Pretty much, she said, what skill set? Have you not been watching the show? I've been dominant, because Asuka ended up yelling at her then in Japanese. I believe a lot of it was about Kyrie and everything, talking about Nia Jax, so she yelled at her for a second. I will say, Asuka even coming into ring, I forgot what MVP said. I know MVP, I know he wrestled in New Japan, so I guess he knew a little bit Japanese himself, talking to Asuka, especially getting right in the ring and everything. But, like I said, Asuka pretty much continued to yell at Nia Jax in Japanese. Baszler pretty much talked about, the unique skill set going into Money in the Bank. Saying opera non verba pretty much means deeds, not words. And Shayna Baszler MVP he's getting on this show, I have no idea, but it's not the first, it's not the last time you're gonna see MVP throughout tonight on Monday Night Raw. Okay, so we'll see more of him. But yeah, that's the VIP lounge. Next was the last Gauntlet, the last chance Gauntlet match, since Apollo Crews is out of the match due to that injury last week. I don't know where they're going with this. Hopefully he's getting some type of push. Some people think I've been hearing maybe turning heel, but this is a last chance to get in the Money in the Bank match. And I look who's in here. We kick it off with Bobby Lashley, who left Lana in the back. He did not want her out there. Titus O'Neil, how does he get a shot at the Money in the Bank? I have zero clue, but then again, a lot of these guys I don't understand. But Titus O'Neil, gone under a minute. Bobby Lashley, boom, kills him. Who's next? Akira Tozawa. Comes in, spear, boom, kills him. Pretty much the referee tried to get him off of Cardio. Lashley pushed him back. Referee didn't like how he shoved him, so disqualification. Bobby Lashley's gone from the match. So obviously they're protecting Lashley for whatever reason, especially having him kill, 3 guys in a row, but then not getting pinned. He touched the referee, so yeah, you gotta get out the match now. A lot more people are gonna get pissed now because as the match went on, Garza was trying to set him up for the wing clipper, but Carrillo pretty much dodged him, rolled him up, and got the pinfall. Which I'm sure people wondering. And now once again, but Vega's stable there loses again, so that's a count out of L for Zelina Vega and her squad here, or stable. More L's. And hey, let's not make matters worse. Austin Theory goes in there, boom, he's gone too. So yeah, these guys take more L's than anyone else right now, I should say. This Vega group, a lot of people still say they have potential, but they continue to take L after L after L after L after L. So more L's for So yes, attempted murder, folks. Attempted murder will be involved in this match if we are throwing you off the roof, everybody. So get ready to see somebody die this Sunday, I should say. But yeah, AJ pretty much saying, it's gonna be phenomenal once he gets the Money in the Bank briefcase, though. So yes, AJ Styles is back, and he will be in the Money in the Bank match this Sunday. So we'll see where that goes. They had highlights through Money in the Bank, the top Money in the Bank moments in history throughout the night. I'm not going to go through them. I just know number one was Seth cashing in at WrestleMania 31. But speaking of Seth Rollins comes out, pretty much doing an interview with China Caruso, pretty much talking about what he's going to do this Sunday at Money in the Bank, talking about Drew McIntyre and everything. And, he talks about he's a dominant champion, but he doesn't have what it takes. He wants to bring things in the future. McIntyre is not doing that. Because the question is he preparing for him to meet his destiny, he says. And Rollins pretty much went on to say McIntyre, he's going to put up a big fight at Money in the Bank. But, he's got to beat him. He's doing this for the greater good. He's doing it for his destiny, he says. And, he doesn't want to crush McIntyre's dreams or anything like that. But, he's making him see the way, basically, all right? He's trying to save Drew McIntyre before, it becomes his own reality and everything. Because he said he's going to stand this Sunday at Money in the Bank, and he will be the new WWE champion. So yes, more Seth Rollins Messiah. He will be the Messiah once again once he wins the WWE title. So yes, Jesus himself comes out to cut a promo. Pretty good, very good promo by Seth Rollins. I will say it was actually really good. So that was one thing I did like throughout the show, was Seth's promo. Shane Thorn and Brendan Vinc were on the show. MVP pretty much came in and gave him some words of encouragement, especially from that movie Miracle, I guess Vinc called it, that, we're going to go in, we're going to beat Cedric and Ricochet tonight. So they did say that before they left on. But who else happened on this show? I know they interviewed Buddy Murphy, Pretty much talk about his match tonight against Drew McIntyre, why he has to do this, that someday he'll be on the same level as Seth Rollins or better than him. But next, Cedric Alexander and Ricochet went against Shane Thorn and Brendan Vinc, which I have no idea what just happened here. It wasn't a bad tag match. It was okay, but why are Ricochet and Cedric losing? Which I actually thought they was a team they were kind of building. But why it's not in the card, I have zero clue why it's not in the card, okay? But apparently it is not on the card. So, like I said, a good match and everything from both the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders. But, yeah, why is this match even happening right now if you got a pay-per-view this Sunday? And I would not be surprised if the tag team titles on the line this Sunday, okay? Viking Raiders win. I'm sure Street Profits are going to get paid back. Put the belts on the line and let's see who the better team is Sunday. That's what I can see happening from all this, all right? So we'll see what happens. Drew McIntyre was talking about Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. Messiah and everything, but it's going to deny a good slaughtering, he says. But pretty much then right after that, they talked to the Viking Raiders. Talk about they respect the Street Profits, actually like them, but they did what they had to do, and they caught all the smoke, they said. Aleister Black, which is actually a good promo here, but Aleister Black was kind of promo, pretty much from his dark room in a dark suit as usual. Pretty much talking about that. Hey, how did it feel, AJ, when you were buried 6 feet under? Cannot get out alive, crawling, trying to find your way out and everything. He thought that would have humbled you, but I want to talk about throwing me off a building now? This is how it's going to go, because, listen, if you knock me off that building, you better pray that I never get up, okay? Because he's going to go in Sunday, he's going to win the Money in the Bank, and AJ Styles is going to wish that he'd been buried deeper than 6 feet. Very good promo by Aleister Black. I did enjoy that. So that actually sounded pretty cool. They actually also talked to Rey Mysterio then also. Pretty much talk about this whole Money in the Bank and how unique it is, and talk the rules and everything, you know, going in there. The men and the women competing at the same time. But he said he's got to win this because one bad decision, he could lose it all, he said. But it's worth the risk, okay? Because Mysterio pretty much talked about his career. Listen, I'm not at the beginning of my career. I'm more going towards near the end of my career. So he doesn't know how many title shots he will have, but he's got to go in because it's worth that opportunity, he says. Charlotte showed up. I'm sure people are going to lose their shit as usual on the internet if they see Charlotte on TV, especially on both Raw and NXT. She came out to talk about last Wednesday, and that this Wednesday she will face Io Shirai for the NXT Women's Championship. She's one of the hardest working women around here in WWE. Hey, I'm on Raw and I'm on NXT. I'm working 2 times a night, okay? And she's gonna make Shirai's dream come true, since it was a dream of her to face the Queen. She says. Next thing you know, Liv Morgan comes out talking about Charlotte. Charlotte says, "What do you want?" She says, "Oh, you don't remember me?" And pretty much, you're gonna take me seriously now. Listen, I wasn't born with a silver spoon up my ass or mouth, or however she was going with this. And I don't have a day to walk me around, send me to the front of the line to get to my career of choice. Okay. And Liv Morgan pretty much said, she will be a champion one day, she says. But, she's got to knock down a couple backstabbers and dethrone some queens, or self-entitled queens, she says. And, you're the daughter of Ric Flair and everything. How's it getting you anywhere? And pretty much, she admitted it. And yes, my dad is Ric Flair, and she's proud to come where she comes from and everything. But she pretty much talked about Liv Morgan, like, hey, I thought you were going to come out here and want another dream match like Io Shirai did and everything. But, like, you know what? You want a match? Let's do a match. Not a bad match, too. Liv Morgan is getting better in the ring. I will say that, especially against Charlotte. Not a bad match and everything, but I'm sure people are going to go lose. Like, here we go. Charlotte wins again. Charlotte wins again. Charlotte wins again. Charlotte wins again. Same old, same old. Charlotte wins again, and again. How I know, possibly, I don't even know anymore, okay? But I'm sure people are going to go on to that, saying how is she getting this many W's, or just probably running roughshod through NXT, or why even on Raw. I have zero clue, but then again, I probably see it going over this Thursday anyway, so I already know people got to lose their minds over that. But in the main event, though, we had Buddy Murphy versus Drew McIntyre. Seth was out there with him. Basically, McIntyre was killing Murphy out there several times. Murphy came back a couple times, but Drew, hit him with the Glasgow kiss and kicking him and everything all over the place. Multiple chops and stuff. Multiple chops and everything. McIntyre was on the ground at one point. Murphy took him down. He was going to go for his own Claymore kick, but McIntyre ended up dodging it and put him in his regular Claymore as usual. And, Rollins going to do something, but McIntyre scared him off and pretty much says, listen, I don't got to wait a week to fight you. Why don't you fight me right now? You want your spot? Let's go. Because, it's like Trav, I guess, not like travel or anything, but just kind of give it what you got right now, okay? Just give it what you got right now. But, yeah. Drew ended up kicking Buddy Murphy's head off. Why am I getting these things confused? But yes, kicked up Buddy Murphy's head, and still got to fight and pretty much winning the match then. Basically telling Seth, like, come on. You want to do this, Messiah? Let's go. I'll get on my knees and fight you. Seth backed away, but as Drew McIntyre turned around for a few minutes, Seth came back in and pretty much took down McIntyre with the briefcase, and pretty much says, I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need the spotlight or anything. But then he looks at the WWE title. He looks like he wanted to hit Drew with it. He walked around with it. He basically set him up for the curb stomp, but Roman ended up hitting him with a spear. After that, get another spear, and then was pretty gone from that. But yeah, one spear though to one spear to take out. What am I talking about? Yeah, he took out the last spear for after the whole attack thing. Seth tried to come back the first time, but at least they hyped up stuff on Money in the Bank, so it wasn't that bad or anything. But try to see what doesn't need to be on this show, because some things I feel like just don't need to be on here, or just very, very bad, I should say. Very, very bad. A little tired there, but yeah, we'll see what happens this Sunday, though, I should say. It's not to lose focus. I guess it's been a long day, all right? But, yeah, that's Monday Night Raw for you from what I could take from this. Not as, much to go into what you got on here already, but some say this show is either going bad or whatnot, or whatever can go or whatnot. So, yeah, just we'll see what happens this Sunday. But this was a go-home show tonight, I will say that. This was a go-home show, and what's going on right now, I should say. So, we'll see what happens then. But I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace out.